Greetings, everyone. This is the hipster Snek, and as I promised, we're going to be doing Trials of Mana, the new version specifically. Now, why this game? Because I love this game, and any excuse to play it is good enough for me. So, you might be wondering how I decided to configure my team? Well, let's just dive on in, and you'll see. That looks about right. We're going to do it on normal. I'm pretty used to this game, no need to go too crazy either way. So, to explain my rationale, you have to understand one thing, is that I did a review of this game last year. In that review, I only used Duran, Kevin, and Hawk. So, we're actually going to do the opposite. This is going to be an all-ladies run, because, well, I thought it might be a fun gimmick. And it's something I haven't tried before, so this should be fun.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
The main character is going to be Reese, because that will give us the most difficult final dungeon, though that really doesn't have as big an impact on the game as it did back in the Super Nintendo version. Number 2 is going to be Angela.
I'm Angela, Princess of Altena.
And lastly, is going to be Charlotte, because if you ever have Charlotte in your party, she should always occupy the third party slot, and you will see why when we get there. Stwungbad. Looks good. Alright, time to get into it.
As was her daily routine, Reese, Princess of Laurent, the Kingdom of Wind, was performing her duties as captain of the Amazon Guard.
Stabbing random bird things.
I will take care of it. Observe! Captain Reese, please be careful.
Time for a tutorial battle. I think just about everyone gets one.
Monsters to upset the peace of Laurent.
Honestly, it's all pretty straightforward. Simple as. I love the new crystal point system, honestly. It's much more intuitive, and you get to save up and use it when you need it, instead of losing it just for clearing the screen.
I did it!
You are adorable,
It is
Lise.
as I feared. The monster population has increased. And I can feel it. The haunting cries of the wind.
I'm not making a Pocahontas joke here.
The mountainous kingdom of Laurent. Atop the crags and treacherous terrain sat the formidable, impenetrable Citadel Laurent.
Less impenetrable and more too much of a pain in the butt to walk
Thanks
to, so
its
no one
elite
bothers.
guard of Amazonian fighters, enemy forces had never managed to breach the Citadel defenses.
No one's I tried either, so...
Now then, it is time for my brother's training. Where has Elliot run off to?
Now we get our first understanding of how we navigate towns, which is quite a bit different now that not every door faces southward. These little star icons will point us towards important NPCs for plot-relevant moments. Welcome back, Captain. I'm afraid none of the guards have seen Prince Elliot, Captain. Forgive me, no one is allowed beyond this point. Now you're just doing your job. I'm not going to hold it against you. Doggo! Hey, that makes me happy. And unlike the Super Nintendo version, we have full ability to attack, jump, and explore around a little bit more freeform now. It is something that makes the gameplay incredibly satisfying. Perhaps you should ask Alma where the little prince is. He should be in his room right at the throne room. Let's go have a look. Being able to dash on command is pretty cool too. Hey, Dad.
Father, have you seen Elliot?
Interesting question for a blind man, but I sense his location.
You know what she meant. Don't be a jerk.
He is not far. I assume he is still on the ground. I am certain you will find him if you search.
That boy, where could he be? He knows what time it is.
Peanut butter jelly time?
Alma, have you seen my brother recently?
Oh, how strange. I would have assumed that the young prince would be together with you, Your Highness. He hardly ever seems to leave your side after all. Prince Elliot never knew his dearly departed mother before she passed. But you have done an admirable job filling her shoes, Your Highness.
It kind of sounds like she's trying to sound like an old lady, but she looks like a regular
Princess
grown
of
woman.
Levant
It's
had
a little
but one
confusing.
brother, Elliot. Their mother passed away just as the prince was born. She did not live to see her son. The young Reese would never forget the moment her mother slipped away, just as her dear little brother was brought into the world. All of Laurent mourned the queen's passing, but Reese only found peace alone on their sacred mountaintop. There she cried until the tears wouldn't come. Always a kind-hearted child, Reese swore to show her brother as much love and affection as she could, to make up for the loss of their mother. She took on the responsibility of raising him as best as she could.
A lot of responsibility from a young age.
Mother. Elliot! Where are you?
Just pretty much causing the end of the world. No big deal.
Hey, young prince!
Huh?
Hey. You're the prince of the Citadel, right? Want to see something interesting, little boy?
Oh yeah, this is definitely going a wholesome direction.
I just happen to be a wandering magician performing in these mountains. I'm here to show you some tricks, young prince. Look!
Ooh, wow!
Now, feast your eyes on my multiplying trick! Ta-da!
Ooh, wow!
I have many more tricks up my sleeve. You know the passage under the Citadel? I can show you more tricks if you take me there. Come on, let's go, little prince.
Our mouths don't move, so we're incredibly efficient to animate. And we're back to the search. These pots can be broken, and sometimes they'll contain a little bit of money or some free items. In fact, this version of the game is a lot more liberal with giving you items, and you can carry a lot more than you could in past editions. I don't mind that either way. Some more frustrating parts of the game, I welcome this. Like so. For those not familiar with the Mana series, Cups of Wishes revive downed party members. It's actually not a bad idea to explore around here and grab all the items we can, because we're not coming back for a while. I'm going to try to keep the camera as steady as I can, but I make no promises. it has no presence on the minimap, it's not actually a door we can enter, so don't worry about it too much. Hi. Did you have business here? Don't believe His Highness has come through here. Oh, we are slowly, chipping away at the possible places he could be. And also free stuff. Chocolate, which is a potent healing item. Kinda sounds like I'm joking, but I'm really not. Lucre, or the money of this world. We're gonna want lots and lots of that. Anything I need to go about? No one's allowed beyond this point. The tutorial area will not let you go so wildly off the beaten path as to get lost or end up in a place you shouldn't. So things like this are pretty common up until we hit the open world. Now we will come back here, so if you miss anything, don't feel bad, because you'll have another chance later on. Because I like to rob places blind, what can I say? Candies! Those are going to be our basic healing items. I've been stationed here for a long time, but I've not seen His Highness.
Oh, that Elliot. He knows it's time to train. Would he really have gone under the Citadel?
Captain, I believe Elliot was playing near the underground passage. You seem to have a friend with him since he was talking to someone. Now, that gives us a bit more of a clear direction. Doggo. Oh yeah, you see that shining spot up there? Well, because jumping is now a thing, there's some jumping puzzles hidden sporadically throughout the game. Getting good at them will reward you with things like this item seed, for example. Those green pots will actually heal a little bit of health, and their counterpart purple pots will restore some of your MP. Honestly, I think this game is really well balanced, so even for new players, I wouldn't recommend easy unless you are just brand new to RPGs and have no idea what you're doing. That can be forgiven, though. As this explains here, short version, silver statues just save your game, gold ones heal you and save your game, and you can also do the same at ends. Now, I really, really like this game. I don't know if you guys have noticed. Cutscene time.
Elliot! Where are you? Come on! Show me the tricks!
Silly kid, tricks are for kid.
No need to rush, young prince. First things
Tricks
first.
are for rabbites?
I'm Bill.
And I am called Ben.
Aw, I thought you said you multiplied yourself. Show me something good.
Ugh, he's a snob.
Never fear, never fear. We have a big surprise in store for you.
Come on, kid. I mean, Your Highness.
Huh?
I bet a smart boy like you knows what's in this room.
Of course I know. This is the room where we control the winds that protect Laurent. But we need this royal key to operate it.
How does that work?
You know what?
You might notice they're not identical copies of each other.
Idea.
There are slight
How about
differences, like
you
the spike on
turn
their
off
shoulder
the
pad being
wind with
reversed.
that key, huh? If you do, we can bring your mother back to you with our super secret magic trick.
Don't you want to see her? If the wind wasn't so strong, she could come down from the heavens and see you. So how about you turn it off? For her sake.
My mother? I can see my mother? But my sister Reese said I could never turn off the wind.
Oh, you poor child. Your sister is lying to you. She knows that our magic can bring your mother back, but she's trying to keep her all to herself. It's so unfair, don't you think?
What? No!
Hurry! Your sister might come and stop you at any moment!
See? Here she comes now.
If you don't stop the wind, you may never get another chance to see your
I
mother.
love the voice actors behind these guys. They do such a great job with the snake oil
Come on,
salesman
kid.
routine.
Ugh, just do it already.
Elliot!
Who are you scoundrels? Step away from my brother!
Wasn't really that hard for him to get away from them.
We did it! Without the wind, this citadel isn't so tough. Our Navarlan forces are already prepared to invade. They're probably storming the castle as we speak.
The thieves of Navarre will take Citadel Laurent and make it the seat of our new nation. Think of it! We'll be stealing a castle. It'll be our last big raid. But what a way to go!
You're nothing but filthy spies!
You don't have time to fight us, Princess. How is your blind leader supposed to defend himself without his trusty captain of the guard?
No! Elliot! We have to get to father!
Elliot, you had one job.
Wait! Reese!
Well, well, well. Look at that. Your sister left you here to save her own skin. She doesn't care about you at all. Now, come with us.
No! No, she wouldn't! Reese!
Shut up!
Wait, where's Elliot?
Way to lack situational awareness there, hero. Well, better go save, whoever's left alive.
Hold on. Captain. Sleep spores. The spores spread throughout the Citadel once the wind stopped. Go. Save the king.
Time to put everything that we've learned into good use. It's been a while since I played, so I'm gonna be a little bit rusty till I get back into the groove of things. Alright, that wasn't super elegant, but it does work.
Father!
Is that you, Reese?
Father, please hold on!
Forgive me, Reese. The wind told me this day was approaching, but I was unable to stop it. The shift in mana
dulled my senses.
Father. And now Elliot is gone. I let them get away.
I see that Elliot is no longer in the Citadel. The enemy has him. Please, Reese. You must get him back.
Please, avenge my fake mustache.
Father! Father! No! Burn to the ground!
Oh good, now I'm playing Mega Man X7.
We've destroyed most of the enemy forces. I'll return to Navarro to report our success to FlameCon. Everyone, fall back for now.
Fall back, you've already won!
The wind.
Or maybe the invasion and kidnapping was more vital than the actual conquering.
And now the wind returns.
Which would actually make the fires worse. Ah, we're just gonna ignore that, huh? Okay.
Elliot. What do I do? Where should I go? My father has always said that the Priest of Light in Windle has answers for those in need. He will surely know what my next move should be.
No matter which character you pick, the destination of Wendell is always the first.
Mother, I leave Father and our fallen countrymen to your care. Elliot is my responsibility. I wear my mother's ribbon with pride. May it protect me on my journey.
Citadel Laurent fell to the agents of Navarro. The princess found herself without a home, a father, and her only brother missing. She set out to find him.
And thus our journey begins. All the characters will have some variant of this particular scene play out, my personal favorite being Kevin, who instead of getting on the boat chooses to just swim. And you will see him swim all the way to his prologue segment. Lise is a solid all-around character, and she'll gain magic no matter how she grows. It'll vary depending on what type, depending on what class changes we take. And I'll explain more about that later for those who aren't already familiar with this game. That's a good ways off for now, so I'm not going to sweat it.
To Ferolia. Don't resist, and we may spare you.
Ferolian forces have taken the town and closed the docks. Now my ship's stuck in the harbor until who knows when.
Whatever you say, New York, Dr. Light.
Beastman guards have attacked the town. I will never reach Wendell at this rate. Elliot needs me. I must find a way out of this place as soon as possible.
A little bit of a delayed reaction because of opening the chest. I guess that animation takes priority over the voice line. This is also one of those areas where I think first-time players will really discover the ability to jump around. Not only is it fun, you can find a lot of free items here. You can also find several members of the cast already. I think all but one will show up here no matter what. Ah, this is our item planter box, which is where that seed we picked up earlier will come in handy. Let's plunk it on in there. And we now have an item. And the box will actually level up with time, making that rarer items a little less frustrating to get. Over here we can find Angela. If you approach her as a male character, she actually has a pretty amusing cutscene, but because we're not, she'll just basically ignore us. Stop, I beg you. Yeah, the Beastmen here are actually from Kevin's scenario, and they pretty much have already full reign of the town. Being able to do stuff like that in video games is always primitively cathartic. You know, you're a little kid, you want to jump in and like, grab the pennies, right? So, here's your chance. Weapon shop.
Oh, give me a break. What kind of weapon shop doesn't sell weapons? If this is a joke, I ain't laughing. Come on, these beast guys are itching for a fight.
Yeah, they are.
Not sure if I can beat them all on my own, even if I had more weapons. Oh, a headache.
There's Duran, who will not really be joining us, but he will be plot pivotal for a couple different reasons as we go. The game has many different checks for certain characters appearing in certain places, so it maintains a kind of harmonious internal continuity. I don't know how difficult it is to program for things like that, but the fact that they went out of their way as much as they did throughout the game is impressive, and we'll see many examples of that as we go. And since the plot is steering us this way, we might as well have a look around.
Hey, it might not be my place to meddle, but you should stay inside when beastmen are around. Leave once it's dark instead. You pay less attention to little things like guard duty at night. I'm free until then, if you're looking for some company. Or not. Don't worry, I was joking. Hey?
Yeah, you're not a creep at all.
Beastmen of Ferolia look like humans during the day, but at night, they transform into animals. Don't leave the house after dark. You hear?
Hint, hint.
Hey, if you're trying to leave the city, night is actually best. Once the Beastmen transform, they lose their better judgment. The whole lot of them tend to get together and brawl amongst themselves until dawn. It's easier to sneak out of the city then. Good luck.
Thanks.
I should lie low at the inn until dark, in order to make it past the guards unnoticed. I will find you, Elliot.
We're just free to kind of explore around till then. I don't remember if time passes in cities, but I know in the Super Nintendo game they definitely did not. Or it did not, rather. Armor shop, which also has been ransacked. Welcome. Well, you're welcome in the shop, but I'm out of equipment. Beastmen are ruining my business. Yep. All the armor and weapons have been stolen from Jad, so we're not getting any upgrades yet. Not that we'd really be able to afford them just yet, but... Let's see. The armor shop might actually be where you find Lee's, I forget. And I think the regular item shop, which should be this one, yep, is where we'll actually find the last character we can find.
Scared me. Shh, shh. Don't tell them I'm here, okay? Can't be found out. I am one of them, but not with them. Can't let them see me. Don't tell. Please?
No, I'm mistaken. Lee's actually appears on the second floor at the inn, and she'll ask if you have seen her brother.
Welcome. Lots of wares to browse.
We're actually doing pretty okay right now. There's no danger of being poisoned here, so... I'm gonna go without. Which is what medical herbs do, by the way. They act as the antidote to poisoning. There's no fall damage, by the way. Jumping off cliffs like that will not hurt you. Oh yeah, before we go any further, there is one thing I need to do, and it's not attack the innkeeper, it's look up my stats. Because Lee's actually leveled up. So, an important thing to do here is go to training. Short version, you'll get stat points every time you level up. You'll get a certain amount depending on where you are level-wise. So here, I'm actually going to plunk both into Strength, which is going to be Lee's greatest asset for now. And because there's now 2 points in the Strength pool, I unlock the first ability under the Strength umbrella, which is just a +5 bonus to Strength, meaning that Lee's is going to hit much, much harder. There's more to it than that, obviously, but we'll get into that more later. Looking for a place to rest? No charge. Can't do business with beastmen in town anyway. Works for me. Yep, that's a mechanic that actually works for Kevin as well. He will transform at night. Now that the guards are out of our way, we can leave. You will not be attacked while you're inside the town. It remains safe. Now, hey, free medical herb. Can't sneeze at that. With them gone, I can just leave. Though not entirely unopposed. Totally love the music here. I should love the soundtrack in this game in general. It's actually so good, I actually bought it from Square's official website. As you notice, we're now hitting much, much harder. Which is precisely what I was hoping to account for. Now, I'm gonna go over here. Let's quick detour. Show off this little beach area. Now, this will become important later, but I'm not going to say why. These beach areas show up in a couple of different spots, and, well, we'll put them to good use soon enough, let's just say that. I'm going to go ahead and save while I'm here. Rabites are kind of the mascot monster, the slime of the Mana series, if you will. Ah, assassin bugs. You can knock some flying enemies down, which will make it so you don't necessarily need to keep jump attacking them.
Stay true.
Alright. That's going to be a big boon to us. Good startup funds to our adventure. Blue pots will fill our crystal state, which is that bottom one there. The CS gauge. Now there is a shiny thing over there. Thought I was going nuts for a second. I think it's actually a little more dynamic to explore around this 3D state. That way things like trees don't get in the way like they do in the Super Nintendo version when you have that top-down view. Not that I don't love the SNES version, I do. Just, I really like a lot of the quality of life improvements this game brings. Yep, there's this little dead-end area here, where you can get some free items. The chests are set. The yellow sparkly bits are randomized. Now, there's actually a dead end this way, but I'm going to go this way anyway, just for the XP. I like to be level 3 before I hit the first town. So just this once, you guys are going to go with me on my first bout of grinding, and in the future, when I need to grind, I'll just cut it out. Nice. Mush booms are pretty good XP this early on. What was actually really interesting about the early Mana games, I'm not sure if this translates into some of the later ones, as I haven't really gotten a chance to play them that much, nice, was the fact that a lot of them pretty much were turn-based RPGs that happened to look like action RPGs. Things like having the dodge stat, rather than dodging things manually, was a really interesting abstraction that made a lot of the early Mana games really curious as RPGs go. A lot of item seeds, that's good. Leveling up that item pot will only help us in the long run. Get a little free healing, top off. Question mark? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to say that. It's like, huh? Or, eh? Mushrooms can poison us, but I think the chance of it's pretty low. And if you're just generally careful in battle, it shouldn't be an issue anyway. Hi.
No one believes me, but I saw it. A strange light was floating over the lake. Maybe it'll appear tonight, too.
Maybe. Not sure what would be serendipitous for the plot. I mean, serendipitous for reasons. Alright. Ah, yes. We should apply our stat points straight away. I'm going to put those into this into stamina. You'll get different amount of stat points depending on what level you are. It's best not to overthink it. By the time you hit level 99, you will have everything maxed out as far as that character can go. So don't overly worry. And that's my best advice. I'm here anyway. Yeah, I'm distracted by shiny objects, whatever. Alright, Camera, how about you try being a team player? Not telling you to jump, telling you to pick up the seed. Magic ropes allow you to escape dungeons for free. Denied! There's an invisible force blocking the way.
Oh my. What is a magical barrier doing here? This is not good. I must find someone who knows a way to break through this.